What's up everyone? Alex here. One of the perils of reviewing games before release is our inability to release a review that accurately reflects the state of a game at launch due to day one patches. Thankfully, Sega released their patch 1.01 a day or so ago, so I'm making this video to supplement my review of Sakura Wars. If you haven't yet, I highly recommend checking it out after watching this video. With that out of the way, let's dive into this patch, shall we? First off is an option that's really welcome, and that is pressing the L2 button to flip the camera behind your character or mech. Before the patch, you had to click the R3 button to do this, which is a little inconvenient at times. So, this added functionality is great. The next change is a chat log, and I covered this before in my review. This actually solves one of the criticisms I had with the game, where you couldn't actually figure out what was going on during battle because you'd missed the chatter. You can now simply hit Options, then L1, and see what you missed. This chat log applies to other dialogue sequences as well, so great job, Sega! The first thing I noticed when I jumped into battle is this oval-shaped overlay on screen here. This is brand new to this patch, and it actually shows you where your opponents are in relation to your character. You do have the radar on the lower right corner for this as well, so if you find this redundant, you can turn off the enemy location option in settings. Another change that I outlined in my review is the lock-on button, and I gotta say, after playing a good hour or so with it, I really like its implementation. On my configuration, you press the R3 button to lock on, then use the right stick to select a new target to lock on. There's an option in settings to auto-lock onto a different enemy once your current target is eliminated, so if you don't like that feature, you can always turn that off. Looking at the settings menu, you now have the ability to save and load from here, as well as do a few other things. Previous Sakura Wars games did not have a voiced main character, so you actually have the option to turn Seijiro Kamiyama's voice off entirely for that classic experience. Also, you have different button configurations for battle and lock-on available now as well, in addition to adventure and combat camera speeds now going up to 7, as opposed to 5 pre-patch. There's also a few additional options I didn't cover here, such as rear battle camera, which automatically flips the camera behind the character, and auto attack capture, which basically means that if you keep attacking a specific enemy while not locked on, the game will automatically keep slightly adjusting your orientation to keep targeting that enemy. Also mentioned in my review, there's also a new mech for Sakura based on the anime sequel, which isn't really too spoilery, but it does exist now. You can select this by pressing the touchpad when selecting a mission in the Combat Battler. For content creators and native PS4 streamers, sections of the game that used to be blocked for broadcast are now unlocked. Now, I don't know how extensive this unblocking is, given that I'd have to replay through a huge chunk of the game, but I'm hoping that at least everything leading up to the ending is available to share. There are also extensive changes to Koi Koi Wars, which is a card game you can play that I didn't really feel I need to cover in my review, along with some bug fixes, but other than that, I'm just happy that even some of the concerns I had in my review were addressed. So that's all the changes in this Day 1 patch. If you're currently playing Sakura Wars, I want to know how this game feels now that the patch is live and working, and if you just want to share your thoughts about the game, leave a comment down below. Also, if you're on the fence, I highly recommend you check out my review for more info on the game itself. Thanks a lot for watching everyone, and I'll see you online.